So the next step in a suicide intervention is to ask the question. So what question's that? The question is this, when sometimes people talk like you're talking, sometimes they're thinking about suicide. Are you thinking about suicide? Now, let me be very clear. There's a lot of myths out there. You do not put the thought of suicide into someone's head by asking them, are you thinking about suicide? Are you thinking about killing yourself? You're not doing that. If you've heard the invitations that I talked about yesterday, and if you haven't, you need to go and have a listen to that. But if people are saying things like that, like, I just don't feel really good, I just wish it'd all go away, I wish I wasn't here anymore. When people are sending out invitations, they're not in a good spot. And so therefore, you need to ask the question, are you thinking about suicide? That's what you have to do. It's really important that you ask the question, because if you don't, you will never do a suicide intervention. And the person who is thinking about suicide, they actually need someone to ask them, are you thinking about suicide, so they can talk about it. Because if you ask the question and they say yes, it means that they've given you permission to talk about suicide. So, the second part of intervention, you need to ask the question, are you thinking about suicide?